and welcome to this Thursday session of Yoga. Come to sit comfortably. Lift the side of the trunk, roll the shoulders back. Feel those upper back muscles rolling down the back. Lift your ears away from the shoulders. Create some length in the cervical spine. Move the navel back. Feel the full length of the spine and the width of the chest. Draw the elbows down towards the sides of the trunk to open the chest. Join your palms together. Eyes closed and focus on the breath. Begin by chanting Om 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Slowly release your hands. Open your eyes. Roll the shoulders back. Breathing in, raise up the head. As you breathe out, lift your ears, lift the crown of the head and take your chin to the chest. While the chin is down, roll the shoulders back. Feel those upper back muscles rolling down the back. And draw the elbows towards the sides of the trunk. And feel that length in the cervical spine. Slowly raise up the head. So what we're working toward is to lengthen from the neck area all the way to the shoulders. So we spread the collarbones, we spread the trapezius muscles. One more time, breathe in, raise up the head. And as you breathe out, draw the chin to the chest, roll the shoulders back, and draw the elbows to the sides of the trunk, creating that spread in the shoulder area. As you take the chin to the chest, feel those upper back muscles and those trapezius muscles rolling down the back. Release. Be comfortable in the pose and now focus on your breath. Yes, gentle inhalation and exhalation, feeling the width across the chest. Take the arms out to the side. Lengthen your wrists away from each other. Now when you're breathing, can you spread the wrists away from each other? Breathe out and release. Keep your arms apart. So the action is that when you're breathing, you're going to lengthen from the sternal area through the shoulders. Feel the shoulders extending out to the side. Extend the elbows out to the side and through the wrists. Keep the trunk erect. Breathe out completely. And as you breathe in, spread the chest. Spread the elbows away from you. Spread your fingers away from you. And open the chest. Maintain the extension of the elbows away from each other. And lift the shoulders away from you. Turn the palms to face forward. Turn the palms to face up. Do this action as well. Breathe in. Release the breath. Now as you're breathing, spread across from the sternal area to the wrist. Breathe out and release your hands. When we extend the arms, extend the upper cavity of the chest, you'll find that we open up the lungs. The lungs have a capacity, especially in the area around the armpits that we don't use. The lungs have a capacity at the back of our body which we don't use. Breathe in, raise up both your arms, palms facing each other. Now I want you to breathe in from the area here, from the hip to the armpit, from the armpit to the wrist, and through the fingers. Breathe out completely. Breathe in, lift the sides of the trunk. Now feel the breath running along the sides of the trunk as you breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, lift the armpits, lift the elbow, lift the wrist. Breathe out and release your hands. So we're focusing on the outer line. When we focus on the outer line of the trunk, we're expanding the side capacity of the lung. Take the arms out to the side once again. Roll the shoulders back. Place your fingertips on your thighs and draw the elbows towards the trunk, opening the chest and the gut. As you breathe out, draw the chin to the chest. With the chin drawing toward the chest, feel the openness of the chest and feel the collarbones spread. Breathe into this upper chest cavity, breathe out completely, and now breathe into the upper chest cavity. Take the breath to the armpit area. So the breath is almost running V-shaped from the sternal area to the armpits. Slowly release. Arms one more time. Now breathe in from the outer hip to the armpit. So breathe out completely. And as you breathe in, feel the breath running to the outer side of the trunk. Into the armpit area. Once it touches the armpit, lift the arms and breathe in more. Breathe out completely. One more time. Breathe in from the hip to the armpit. Once the breath touches the armpit, breathe in and fill the armpit. Breathe out and release your hands. Left arm. Walk your right hand across. We're focusing on just the left side. Pin your hip down, pin the groin down. Now breathe in from the hip to the armpit. And breathe in through the armpit. Navel and sternum faces forward. Breathe out and release. We're staying there. So the first part of your inhalation, the inhalation is segmented. Breathe in from the hip to the armpit. And then breathe in further. Feel the sides of the lungs expanding. We're focusing on the left side. Continue a few rounds on your own. Now when you breathe out, you can slightly bend the right elbow to give you more of a stretch. So this is the action. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bend the elbow. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bend the elbow. Breathe in. Come back to your central position. Keep your eyes closed. Roll the shoulders back. Breathing in, raise up the head. And as you breathe out, draw the chin to the chest. Now breathe in from the hip to the armpit. And you will find that you have more capacity and more length on the left-hand side. Slowly raise up your hand. Raise up the right arm. A full extension from the hip to the armpit. By extending the side of the trunk, you're opening up the sides of the lung. Place your left hand on the floor. Walk your left foot across. Pin the right hip down. And now breathe in from the right hip to the right armpit. Once the breath touches the armpit, breathe in a little more. Fill up the armpit and extend the arm. Breathe out, soften the abdomen, move the navel back. Navel and sternum faces forward. Continue a few rounds on your own, breathing in from the hip to the armpit. Once the breath touches the armpit, breathe in more. And feel the breath filling up the right side of the trunk, the right side of the lung. As you breathe out, bend the left elbow. Give you more of a stretch, the right hip is pinned. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, hip to armpit. Extend the breath. Breathe out, release. Breathe into the mouth. Roll your shoulders back, upper back muscles rolling down the back to give you space in the cervical area. Breathing in, raise up the head. As you breathe out, release your chin to the chest. If you can, place your fingertips beside you. Feel the spread. Draw the elbows in towards the trunk. Now breathe in from the hip to the armpit. And you will immediately feel that your capacity has increased. Your legs out straight. And change the crossing of your legs. Place your fingertips on the floor. Now we've done these movements multiple times through the classes. But now you would understand the importance of the side stretches. Apart from the flexibility of the spine, you'll understand what it does for the lungs and the breath. Walk your hands forward. Now keep your fingers pinned to support the trunk. Release your chin to the chest. And you're going to breathe in using the back body. You're going to feel the breath running up the lungs, but at the back body. Feel the breath touch the skin of the back as you breathe in. Especially the shoulder blade area. Can you bring your breath from the hip to the back of the armpits and the back of the body? So as you breathe in, feel the breath touch the skin of the back of the body. Slowly walk your hands back, roll the shoulders back, sit tall, breathing in, raise up the head, and as you breathe out, draw the chin to the chest. Now when you breathe in, feel the breath running up the back of the body. Imagine you're painting the inner walls of the back with a roller brush as you breathe in. Breathe out, soften the abdomen. Breathe in. One more time, a full breath in. Your hands and come to stand. Come to stand with your feet wide, Prasarita action. Back. Press your feet down, push your thighs back, engage the legs. Feel the distance from your hip to the armpit. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Draw the elbows in towards the sides of the trunk. So first step, feel the spread across the chest. You want the area of the heart and lungs to be open. The abdomen remains soft. Now breathe in from the hip to the armpit. Place your fingertips into the armpit. Roll it back, a circular action. Draw the elbows towards the sides of the trunk, and you'll have more of an openness in this armpit chest. Place your hands on your hips. Keep the openness of the armpit chest. Draw the elbows together, and now breathe in from the hip to the armpit. So the breath is running up the side body. Now feel the breath running up the back body. Slowly release. Turn your right leg out, left leg in. Navel and sternum face forward. Breathing in, raise up the right arm. And as you breathe out, place your hands on your shin, revolve the trunk to face forward, and take your arm out for Utthita Trikonasana. In Utthita Trikonasana, can you breathe from the hip to the armpit on both sides? It is more difficult to pull up the right side of the trunk because you're shortening it. Can you breathe into the right side of the trunk? Breathe into. Please. Stay on the left. Come to Utthita Parsvakonasana and take the left arm. Same action once again. Breathe in from the hip to the armpit on both sides. Feel that full extension on the left side of the trunk as you breathe in. From the hip to the armpit. Once the breath touches the armpit, extend the arms. Breathe in to come up and over to the left. Left leg out, right leg in. Turn the hip and trunk to face forward. Breathing in, raise up the left arm. As you breathe out, release your hand onto the shin. Utthita Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Take up the right arm. Turn the navel to face forward. Turn the sternum to face forward. Lengthen now from the hip to the armpit on both sides and breathe in. Find that the left side shortens. Breathe into the left side as well. As you breathe in, lengthen the armpits away from the hips. Breathe into. Place your hands on your hips, roll the shoulders back. Now you would understand why it's important to keep the chest open in the asanas. Breathe out into Utthita Parsvakonasana, just a gentle extension. And feel the stretch from the right foot to the right wrist, turning the navel to face forward and the sternum to face forward. And now take your breath from the hip to the armpit. And from the armpit to the wrist. Feel that right side of the trunk expand as you breathe out. And breathe in. When you breathe out, you don't shorten the right side, you keep it extended. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Roll shoulders back. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, raise up the arms. A full breath from the hip to the armpit. Focus on the armpit area. Keep the armpit puffed. As you breathe out, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Place your fingertips on the floor wherever you can reach. Release the head. Soften the abdomen. Now breathe in through the back body. Out of the back body as you breathe in. Can you take the breath all the way to the trapezius muscle as you breathe in? Place your hands on your hips, breathe in. Toe heel, toe heel. Walk your feet together and come to knee. Roll the shoulders back. Walk your hands over the right thigh. Walk your hands forward and release. Release the armpits to the floor. Pin the left hip down as you extend the left armpit away from the left hip. Support your trunk with your palms and fingers. And now breathe in through the left side. From the left hip to the left armpit, breathe in completely. On the left side of the lung, pull the sides of the lung, the top of the lung, the front of the lung, as you breathe in, from the hip to the armpit. Let the breath touch the armpit. Hands back. Stretch forward. And you will immediately feel more capacity on the left side. Hands back. And over to the left, stretching the right side. Walk your hands forward, support your trunk with your palms and fingers. You don't have to go all the way down, but it's important to pin the right hip. Now breathe in from the right hip to the right armpit. Roll the side of the lung, the top of the lung, the back of the lung. The trapezius muscle. Slowly release, walk your hands up to center. A full stretch forward, release your elbows, release your forehead and breathe into the back body. From the hip to the trapezius area and paint the back body with your breath. Back, come up, and come to lie flat. Keep your knees up and your feet flat on the floor. And release completely. Release the hips, release the shoulders. Move the lower shoulder blade slightly into the body. Soften the abdomen. Knees up and your feet flat on the floor, it's fine. Inhalation from your hip to the armpit. And a full exhalation from the armpit to the hips. Place both your hands on the abdomen. As you breathe out, feel the navel release. Pause the right hip. Roll over onto your right hand side. Lie there for a few moments. In a comfortable position. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the sides of the trunk. Lift the crown of the head. Lift your ears away from the shoulders. Broaden across the chest. Feel those upper back muscles rolling down the back. Eyes closed. Focus on that full inhalation, full exhalation. And just for a few moments, feel that extra lung capacity running up the sides of the trunk, the back body, and the upper chest. Turn your palms together. Take a slow, long breath in. Sides of the trunk, back body, front body, upper chest. Breathe out, maintain the lift of the armpits as you release the chin to the chest. Fully lift your ears to raise the head. Hands and opening. A wonderful day. Thank you for joining us, and we will meet tomorrow.